A former White House official under President Donald Trump says South Korea and the U.S. should strengthen civilian nuclear cooperation in response to evolving geopolitical challenges. Our senior correspondent Oh Soo-young tells us more.
Washington shouldn't waste any time in strengthening its energy security and industrial base by expanding civil nuclear cooperation with Korea, a trusted ally. That's according to Vice Chair of America First Policy Institute Fleitz, who says Seoul has earned broader rights to develop peaceful nuclear technology.
President Trump decided it was time to modernize this relationship. We're not there yet in terms of giving South Korea access to the full nuclear fuel cycle, but obviously we're moving in that direction. I think it's a good development.
His comments come as Seoul and Washington this month held their first round of negotiations on Korea's rights to uranium enrichment, spent fuel reprocessing, and civil nuclear cooperation. Korea operates one of the world's most advanced nuclear power industries, with reactor technology exported to the UAE and selected for an $18 billion project in the Czech Republic. Meanwhile, the US is racing to rebuild domestic fuel supply chains as AI and data centers drive up demand for power, which the Electric Power Research Institute says could consume up to 9% of US electricity by 2030. However, Washington has limited capacity to produce fuel for next-generation reactors, relying on Russia for roughly one-third of its enrichment services as of 2023. Fleitz argues Korea could help address such challenges. Yet outdated restrictions stand in the way.
The Netherlands, Brazil, and Argentina can make their own nuclear fuel rods, but South Korea cannot. That makes no sense. Japan and India can reprocess spent fuel rods. Now, if we can trust India and Brazil and Argentina with the sensitive nuclear technology, obviously South Korea can be trusted.
Some non-proliferation experts have long opposed the spread of enrichment and reprocessing technologies. But Fleitz points to Korea's record of responsible nuclear stewardship.
And they don't want nuclear technology spreading to nations who may use them for weapons purposes. South Korea is clearly not one of them. It has a model record in abiding by its nuclear treaty obligations.
The former Trump advisor says deeper cooperation would benefit both countries as they seek reliable energy supplies and resilience in critical industries.
I believe that South Korean companies are on the brink of some remarkable discoveries and new innovations that will produce significant amounts of fuel at much lower cost with much less waste and will reduce the need for carbon fuel.
Korean officials say Seoul and Washington could hold a second round of negotiations as early as July. Oh Soo-young, Arirang News.